everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my review of the Verbatim NAS hard drive. This is a 1TB version and its product number is 47591. So this is the box that you'll be presented with. Let's take a look at what you get inside the packaging. Now this is a network attached storage device, so you get an Ethernet cable in the box for connecting it to your network. You also get this power adapter. This is a multi-voltage power adapter, so it will actually work from 100 to 240 volts, so it's suitable for worldwide use. This connector on this end goes into the back of the Verbatim NAS hard drive that I'll show you in a minute. And then on the other end of the power adapter we've got this figure 8 connector. Then depending on what part of the world you're in, you'll get a cable like this. On the one end we've got a figure 8 connector to go into that power adapter, and on the other end, well, I'm in the UK, so we've got a 3-pin UK plug. Now as well as that, you also get a disc. This contains the user guides and also software which enables you to locate the NAS drive when you first connect it to your network. We also get a printed user guide, so you can flick through this and get everything set up nice and quickly. Now moving on to the Verbatim product itself, this is the actual hard drive. It's a black box, nice and rigidly made, some metal casing on it. On the bottom we've got some ventilation slots and also some rubber feet. Around the back of the unit we've got a little tiny fan in this corner which kicks in every now and again to dissipate some heat. Power on off button, connector for that power supply. This is the Ethernet connection, which is up to a gigabit Ethernet for connecting this to your network. And then we've got two USB sockets here. Now the USB ports allow you to either connect another USB drive to extend the storage capacity. Perhaps you filled up the 1TB one in here and you want to add another 1TB USB drive, then you can do that via one of these ports. And then perhaps the other one you can plug in something like a printer so that you can print documents across your network. Around the front of the drive there's just a single LED, flashes for hard drive activity and while it's getting a network address on your network, and then it remains solid just to show that the power's on. So let me tell you what this thing can do. Well, normal USB hard drive, you connect to your computer and then you can only access the files on the computer that it's connected to. Well, this is a network attached storage device, so you can connect this to your Ethernet network and then any of the computers that are on your network can then access the content of the hard drive. It can act as a media server. It's DLNA compliant, so you can watch movies on your TV through a digital media player, or perhaps share the files with something like a PS3. That's what I've been testing this with, and it works very well indeed. It's also got iTunes server support, so you could store your whole iTunes music library on here and then access it from other computers on your network. There's FTP and BitTorrent supports in here as well, which is excellent for such a low cost product. If you're a Windows user, that CD that I showed you earlier also contains Nero Back It Up Essential software for doing automatic backups. Apple Bonjour is also supported, so you can connect your Mac to shared network drives on here. You can also access the drive over SMB and CIFS. Now I'm going to quickly show you a very short video just showing you how easy the drive is to set up using a standard internet browser. So this is the web interface that you're presented with when you first log into your Verbatim NAS hard drive. If you're on a Windows machine, up in this address bar here you would type in Verbatim NAS. I'm running Mac OS X, so on my browser I have to type in verbatimnas.local. And then in the basic tab you're presented with a quick setup button. Clicking this allows you to choose the wizard, and this is a 6-step process to setting up the very basic settings on the NAS drive. The first is a language preference. Well, I'm going to select English and then click on next down the bottom here. Then you can change from the default password, which is admin, and I've already set a new one here, so I'm going to stick with this new password setting. And then you can change the host name. Well, you can call it anything you want. I'm just going to call it Verbatim 1TB NAS. You can see it auto completed from where I've been testing this earlier. And then I'm going to select next. And here we come to the IP address settings. I've set it to obtain the IP address automatically, but you can assign it a static IP address by putting a check in this radio button here and filling in the appropriate details in this top section. DNS servers are obtained automatically in my case, but you can set your own DNS servers in the boxes here. Step 5, I've set the time zone to Greenwich Mean Time, and then I'm going to set the date, which is the second month. We're on the 16th and we're 2010, and the current time that I'm doing this review is actually 3 PM exactly. And then we go on to step 6, and this is just confirming the settings that I've made and any changes I've made, and then I click complete to complete the settings. At this stage the device saves the settings, and then you're presented with the system information. And then the rest of the control panel is pretty self-explanatory. The Add User tab allows you to set up individual users with their own password, create private folders, and you can also enable a quota. So if you want somebody to only be able to use a certain amount of disk space on the NAS drive, then you can restrict them using this box here. Staying in this basic tab, if we click Add Group, we can add a group name. We can also add a share, giving it a name, path and description. Into the Advanced tab, we have access to users and groups, and we have user management and group management. Moving on quickly, we have some file and print options. We have some system options, including things like disk usage. Then we also have network service, where we can gain access to the DHCP server settings, Bonjour. We can enable torrent flux and also Twonky Media. In the maintenance tab, we have a disk utility where we can choose to format. It's worth noting we can actually format the internal disk on the Verbatim NAS as ext2, ext3 or FAT32 formats. We can save configurations, restore, factory reset and install new services to the drive, and we can also gain access to the log file. On the admin account tab at the top, we can actually change the current admin password, the language and description, and then the final button at the top of the control panel simply logs me out of the device. So that completes the setup procedure for the Verbatim NAS. Now back to the main review. Well, I hope that short video showing you the user interface was useful to you. In use, the Verbatim NAS seems pretty fast. It's nice and quiet, and due to its compact size, it's very easy to accommodate on a desk. It offers up a lot of features like the FTP and BitTorrent clients, which I like a lot, and Verbatim also give you a 2-year limited warranty with the drive, so they're really backing this product with a good warranty. The cost for getting this device is just £125 in the UK or $190 in the US, and I think that offers up a really easy way to get a network attached storage device into your home. This is really designed for the home user, and I think it fits the bill perfectly. Well, thanks very much for listening. Please do come back soon and check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by ProPorter.com, who design and manufacture a whole host of accessories for your mobile devices, including PDAs and smartphones, MP3 players and iPods, laptops, GPS devices and gaming units.